for himself.
Oh, I can fucking fix that, dude.
I know you can fix it.
Holy, someone's fired up already.
Don't fucking get me started, man. And going off the freaking camera thing, this fucking kid is a fucking computer.
Did I give you a new cable?
It was working yesterday on the weekend. I don't know.
I don't know. I got my cable all bent to shit.
It was working yesterday, but I don't know. Fucking about to throw this Yeti fucking up.
No, don't throw the Yeti. It's not the Yeti.
You gotta change your name to Eric.
Fuck up over there. I don't know who the fuck's talking here, man. Fuck them all. Fuck all you guys. I'm gonna open up a beer right now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Bush beer, though. It's Bush.
Push.
You think a swear jar going?
I owe $30 already.
We're gonna owe like 1,000 after this show.
Already.
I'm tired, man. I'm like, I'm so done.
From yesterday, you're still tired from jet lag and everything too.
Well, what time did you leave Petersfield?
8 o'clock or 7:30 or something like that.
Because I went all the way back to Chalet Beach Road to get a snow bear, and I came back and you're still sitting there.
You're still there, man. You're still doing the Flats came in after, and Simpson, of course, the Simpsons, that's on stories. So.
Oh, yeah, once you get with Simpson, you're in trouble.
Fade that out there. What's going on? It's Castanek Podcast is starting soon. Santos has a real mic, I think, right now. You're good to go.
I'm good to go, yep.
At least you have one. I'm going to have to yell at this freaking webcam here to hear myself.
Well, we can still hear you, bro.
We can hear you just fine.
Whatever.
You're good, brother.
You need a new cable. New cable for that or whatever. What's up, Andrew? What's going on, bro? What's going on? Tony, what's happening? Cash, what's happening? It's Monday, March 24. Going out like a lamb, I think. Here, good weather is coming. Green
it is, man.
It is episode 20 of the Hardwater season. What freaking season are we on right now?
What season are we on? 8.
8.
Season 8.
8. Big shout out to our Hardwater sponsors for season 8. Eskimo's Fishing Gear, Tech Video Security. Here, I didn't have to say it. I'll just share the screen here.
There you go.
There you go.
How are we going to make Lebopa in a better mood, man?
Okay.
Yeah, but you lead the podcast. I mean, you hosted Santos. I'd be amazed, bro, man. Go ahead.
Okay, go Santos. You're up.
Well, what are we going to talk about today, boys? Hey, what kind of weekend we had?
Already.
Hey,
you see the Bassmaster Classic this weekend? We were busy on the ice, I'm sure, but Bassmaster Classic, look at that. That's another Northern boy.
That's pretty cool that he won that, man. Considering all that, everything he's had to overcome in the last couple of years.
We're going to talk about that, the Bassmaster Classic. Of course, we're going to talk a recap of Icebreaker Elite Series. That was a pretty good weekend, pretty good season there. We'll talk about the future of the sport, and we say the sport, hard water competitive fishing. Holy jeez, man. It's crazy. Like this picture here you see there, that was just freaking Trevor Hebert, man. Just so fast, like a cartoon. He was like in 10 places at once, drilling holes, man.
That's what it is, man.
Chad was just carting around the live technology with the rod. That's it, from hole to hole.
No wasted time with them, though. It's all just big fish targeting for the whole 8 hours, and it shows, man. Holy jeez. We'll talk about that there too, and we got a bunch of beasts of the weeks. I think we'll have to go through Facebook for that there, because I didn't do nothing. I just woke up, man. I took a 20-minute. Divine's like, kidding me? I think you got the show to do. Oh shoot, I better get downstairs. Sleeps all over the place, man. Oh my god, it's I gotta get back into things here, man. But anyway, appreciate you all for joining us, though. You have to just endure the tirade at the beginning. Microphone's not working.
Things are flying all over the place.
I don't even need a microphone. I can yell so loud you all hear me right in your home.
Because he just woke up.
I did, man. Beer. Nothing like waking up and having a Bush Light, man. It's good stuff, actually. Yeah.
Bush Beer's gonna line up his mood, man. You gotta drink like 2 or 3 more, brother. 2 or 3 more.
I drank enough of them last night, so.
Jeez, man. But yeah, so we'll talk. Let's go Bassmaster Classic first. There, what do you guys think about that, man? This is in Texas, and big bass all the time down there. Sam Rayburn, an awesome lake.
Yeah.
It's always at the same time as our Icebreaker Elite Series Championship, it seems like. But a young guy, 22 years old, Easton Fothergill, all intents and purposes, basically a rookie on tour there, taking down the title. He represents that whole wave of young guns coming in, and it's no different than on our Icebreaker Series here. The young guns are they're gonna be a problem next year for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you guys think about Easton? You guys catch any glimpses of the highlights as the weekend was going on?
I only caught the first day. That was it. The rest of the time, well, mind you, I caught the weigh-ins on Saturday because apparently there was a big accident on the highways out there, so that delayed the weigh-ins because all the boats had to wait.
Really, eh?
Get past it, so yeah.
So
that was pretty late, so we watched that.
You mentioned you went through some hardships. Like, what did you mean? What happened? What did you have?
He had brain tumor.
Yeah, eh? 22 years old. Jeez.
Yeah, this was like I believe it was last year.
Yeah.
Mid-season. Came back, won a tournament, won the whole thing.
That was, like Carlos said, that was the heaviest weight, 3-day weight ever scored at the Bassmaster Classic. I mean, that lake's known for giant fish, though. Like, it was conducive to it. But holy jeez, did he, like Starrett was saying here, that Trey McKinney was running away with the thing at first there, right? I thought it was going to be Trey McKinney.
And then he had a rough second day.
Just changed after, yeah.
But, yeah, man, that's a Minnesota kid. So it goes to show, like, we don't really have it here, and it's hats off to all the guys, especially all the teachers there at John Taylor organizing the Manitoba High School Ice Fishing Championship, and they had another great way at Canada. But it all, like, everything I saw was fantastic year again for that one. But that kid came up through the Minnesota high school team, high school competition ranks, the college fishing, coming up through the opens and stuff like that. He just did the whole actual route where you want to be an NHL player, NBA player kind of thing. He followed the route to go become a pro bass angler. And now he wins the biggest freaking tournament there is at 22.
At 22, man.
And the crazy part is the first two tournaments in Florida, he just, like, it was horrible for him. Like, he had a horrible two tournaments, and then to go into the Classic and then win it. So he went in on a low, like he said that he, at 2:00, that's when he finally caught his 8-pounder, which turned his whole day around because he was starting to, get a little bit in the dumps.
He was struggling, in the beginning.
Yeah, he struggled, and then he got it. So, which was really good.
300 grand there, kicked ass. That's an 8-pound win. Like, that's a lot. That's a big. Sometimes over 4 days, the spread starts to get wider, but you're talking on a 1-day or a 3-day tournament to win by 8 pounds. And it's a big difference between first and second there. You can see the winnings. Easton Fothergill. A lot of, like, the fishing world is so small. Like, everyone knows everybody. So from Easton Fothergill, we're only about, like, I know, like, how many handful of people that are, like, best friends with this guy. You know what I mean? It's, like, so close.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is so connected, especially being from Minnesota or whatever. But there's so many people that are friends with this guy that we know personally, and you're only how many steps away. That whole fishing world is so tight. But that's awesome to see that, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about that whole forward-facing sonar and these young guns coming in? And it's how we wanted this time again. Trey was using it too on this one year.
No, they were, but they're also doing it. They're still doing it old school because a couple of tournaments they were just banging the shorelines.
Yeah, but I mean,
a lot of the guys are putting it in perspective mode now too, right? So, but
it's another tool, and these young guys know how to use it, right? Like, just like it showed on our tour, man. Like, these guys they're picking out. They know which fish to go for and which fish not. Like, don't waste their time. And these guys are doing it. They're taking it to another level that us guys just can't do, man.
Like, I know even Hunter Shryock, he just said that he put his forward-facing sonar away and he jumped in there and just started punching.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's whatever you feel comfortable with at that time.
But like we're saying, these young guys, they new technology, man, they get right into it. And they're
in the high school, and in the high school league, I'm pretty sure they don't start out with forward-facing sonar.
Nah. They're in guide boats. Like, so it's either their dad or their coaches, how it sort of works. They got a coach who drives the boat, and then the students fish.
Yeah.
They've all got the units now, man. It's just how it is. It's like taught in the classes now and stuff, man. These guys, there's a lot of anglers now. Like, this technology's been out now. It seems fresh to us, but it's when Tiger King came out. When did Tiger King come out? 2020? COVID? Start of COVID kind of thing?
Yeah.
It's like 5 years or something, right?
I think it was before that. It was before.
It was already out before that. Original Panoptics.
Panoptics, yeah.
It started really taking off then and stuff. And these kids don't even know without it. You think about these guys are 22, and Easton's saying, like, I've looked up to all these anglers I was competing against this weekend my whole life, he says. And I'm thinking my whole life. Shit, you didn't even know anything about fishing until like 15, for example, or whatever. So he's been a fan for like 7 years. It's just wild, and he's at the pinnacle of it now. And
yeah.
And even if you weren't like using it, he still represents that whole wave of these
young guns,
or whatever they are.
Young guns, man.
You like it, the forward facing or not, or whatever, and these new techniques, it just is how it is, man. Nowadays, you either get with it or you don't. You're gonna lose. You're gonna donate if you aren't on it, and it's no different on our tour. It's all this synchronicity here, but same thing on the tour here, man. And I was telling everybody, there's no cheating going on. There's no, like, I mean, it's not like there's some big unknown and where were they, you know? And like we're talking about Hebert and Unrun now, and like, what were they using? What was the secret lure? Like, there's no secret. Freaking, they got filmed the most.
Yeah,
that team number one, got filmed the most this weekend, and still ran with it. Like, holy jeez, man! It's just that whole wave. U.S. high schools have Atlantic pros like colleges. They might have scopes to use. They got the scopes, bro. They got all the equipment, brother. Yeah. Those are.
Well, I mean, like, and we're saying, right, our guy Unrun them, they were in an area. How many other teams were right there with them?
There's lots around them.
Lots, but these guys were pulling out these big fish while other teams are still having troubles, and other teams are doing the same exact thing as they were doing. One guy just scoping and drilling holes, and one guy fishing. That was it. So there's something else that they're doing too that's a little different.
We'll chat, and you don't want to give everything away. I guess people can watch video all they want and stuff like that. I mean, should they work hard at their technique?
I'm not giving anybody's secrets away because I've seen a lot of stuff that was going on. So
yeah, and you can just see what you can see on video. Hey, that's what you see, and kind of thing. And there's still like, but everyone still's got their own techniques and stuff like that. You can't give everyone's stuff away. But Kent Popham down in the States, missing it already. You have a master total caught for the year. I don't know. I can go back. It's all there. Big fish and stuff like that. But there were 11 masters caught on Sunday.
Yeah.
Then another 6 or 7 on Saturday. You're averaging about 20. No,
I think the average. We had 13 on one tournament.
One was 8 on the Red River.
Red River was 8.
That's maybe about 50 of them really between.
I think total. Yeah, it'd be around 50.
Teams. Yeah, something like that already. Yeah, I'm sure it's there.
Well, Hebert's, they won theirs on 5 masters, right?
It takes 5 masters. 5 masters to win or whatever, it seems like. And if you look at the stats here, I'll pull up Kickerfish here, I guess, here. And we'll look at the – congrats to all teams that got their passes for next year, by the way. That's cool.
Yeah, good job, everyone.
But if we go to – just take the B-side open standings here, and anyone go down to kickerfish.ca, check it out. Anyone who watched the live stream on the weekend, appreciate you for tuning in, whether it was for a minute or the whole 6 hours. It's a good time out there. Like, appreciate that. But you look at these ones like Kyan Flynn, Fairbrose, you know, Brett, and he wasn't with Ray. The old man was sick, actually. It was another young guy, Carson, his buddy did. But Travis and JC, like even go down to like Brett and Jeremy are young guys too. I'm saying, man, if they just gotta put more time and you're watching Jerry, man, I know these guys are capable of way more and stuff. And they were disappointed with not making the championship, but they got their card. These are all young guns, man. The next old guy that comes up here is Peter and Vern. You know what I mean?
You call them old?
They are old, man.
Why, yeah, they're old, bro. Get it shut down.
Dude, they're old. Their beards are as white as the snow.
Sean, what's going on? Appreciate the chat, Flonies, for joining the tournament too. But I mean, like I said, like all this wave is going to be a problem for sure. Like this is like their first time ever doing competitive hardwater fishing, which is unique. Unique. That old NAIFC was panfish stuff, right? To have like walleye, greenback walleye, which are some of the biggest in the world, and to have competitive fishing on it is 44.52 pounds. Like I said, that would win a lot of the icebreakers are won with 40 pounds. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first Icebreaker Series, I guess, crossing 40 pounds in a day was like a big deal, and now these guys are crossing 50 now.
50, bro.
The record is 55.82 by Hebert and Hebert. And
well, I mean, the winning team had 54.77 day one.
Yeah.
And day two, they had 52.63.
Like,
that's nuts, man.
That's crazy.
Jeez. Anyway, everyone got their cards there. We're going to see Sheldon and Hunter next year again. They already have their cards, but Brandon and Jesse will be back. Carlo and Nick will be back next year, which is cool. It goes down. Marlon and Joaquin is a bunch of rookies coming in. Perry and Wayne were the last ones to retain their cards. So
nice.
Good job on that. It's going to be cool next year. Like Mike was saying, you're like, look at that. Like that was their day one standings. 107 total pounds.
Jeez.
You gotta say about that, bro.
Dream days, man.
Everyone's on the ice that are watching.
It's just watching their techniques, the way they did stuff. You know, they didn't waste any time. It was like bang, bang, nothing, move, bang, bang. Like they literally
fast, man.
Like when we were watching them, all of a sudden he spun and he looked behind and says, okay, we're leaving this one. That one over there is bigger. So they left one big fish to go go after this bigger fish. So they know what they're looking at when it comes to their technology. And
the Heberts were the same way, right? Because they saw multiple fish while we were watching them, and they said none of these are good.
Yeah.
And I think all three of us would have been punching holes for them, but they said no, not good enough. We got to find something bigger. So they know what they're looking for on their screens, man.
They also, just the way. Like, I refused to fish out of the same hole as my live scope, but then I watched what they were doing, and I'm saying, okay.
That's what they're doing.
Now I'll change some of the things on the pole that I have.
Yeah.
Just to make it easier for me to fish out of that same hole.
That was a day 130, one of the 30s. They caught 3 30s on day one, that was one of them there. They catch so many fish that they have to slap 2 tags on them now just to differentiate because they run through the single digits pretty quick there. Running through it there, Chad does there.
Well, and the thing is we were listening to them communicate, and Chad would say, okay, he's moving this way. No, go over here, push him back this way. It's like you said, they're Yellowstoning it. They're pretty much corralling them.
Yeah. You could corral them. You could herd them, man. Like, I mean, I've seen people do it side-by-sides, and, we used to do it with perch. We used to start the quad up or start the truck up and do a circle kind of thing or whatever, if you have an idea of where your pod was. But you can't herd them. You can herd them with footsteps. Remember, you guys were filming. Me and Mike were out there on day one, and Jeremy and Justin, and then you guys were out there on day 2. If you step a certain way, you could affect the fish that the guys are working on. And like, especially you guys are working what you guys are working. No secret there. It was like 5 feet of water, right, under the ice.
For some,
there were some of them that were 5 feet under the ice, and they were. I think the deepest we saw was 9 feet. So everybody just stayed in that area, and the ones that went farther north into deeper water said they came back because there was nothing
out there. So
they all came back.
They did catch one on live, Cash, and then they got one on record too before we went live. So they had one on recorded. Yeah. And they lost one on live too, I think. I don't know. These guys were there.
Yeah.
Answer Cash's question.
No, we had to actually. They got a 25 on live, and then they got a master
after we left
recording. And we watched 2 heartbreaks for Heberts. Yeah, like James and Randy. Like one just a short bite, and the other one it broke the line.
Yeah. Well, and the Heberts, like you said, they're corralling him. So there's one time where he told his dad to, hey, drill a hole right here so he doesn't come this way. Like, it's just that's crazy, all they drilled the hole for. Not fishing, just to keep that fish not coming, from stopping him from going that way. So
like James said, man, we watch Randy drill holes all day. That's all Randy did was just drill holes.
Yeah.
They drilled 270 holes. James was saying there.
Yeah, that's crazy. 68 years old. He's just giving her.
It's what has to be done. Like James is a young whippersnapper himself, relatively speaking, in the tournament, our Central Canada local fishing world here. He's one of the top ranked guys here, and he's dragging his old man into it. But Randy's like, he's game, man. He's game for it. He's giving her. Yeah, you just tell him what to do, James, man. He's like, right, he's all over it, and he's calm and cool. We saw when James broke off there, and Randy is just like, oh, good, we'll get another one.
I walked over to Randy. I go over to Randy. He just gives me.
No, and those teams, they're using hand drills, man. I mean, like drills. They weren't using like auger heads, right?
That was a big difference.
That's a big difference because they're cutting through the ice so quick.
Like 11 seconds.
Like, why is that a different? Why is that different?
It's just the drill, the speed of that drill, and they're using either an ion or an alpha, or they're using a E40 bit, not a pistol bit. I said pistol bit, but it's not. It's actually an E40 bit.
Yeah,
and that's what they're putting on there, and the drill's a lot quicker, right? Because the gears are just completely different.
And so it lets them get on top of the fish a lot sooner, right? Rather than using a regular auger.
Yeah.
So they get down to it quicker.
You could use a power head. You could use a power. The alpha is the strongest power head out there, man. You could use it. You need sharp blades, what you need for sure. And you don't go 10-inch, you go 8 for sure.
8-inch, yeah.
That mud mixer, no doubt, that DeWalt mud mixer, using Milwaukee, whatever, is fast, but
it's fast.
You could do same thing with a power head. Don't give me this shit, bro. Shut up.
Come on.
It's true. You can use a power head, man. What are you talking about?
I know you can, but it's not that fast.
It's not as fast. That's what we're saying. It's not as fast, bro.
Shut up.
Okay.
Like those sticks. I
didn't realize we didn't know anything, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. We're still trying to sell augers here, and you guys are talking about getting DeWalt's. Shut the fuck up. Does the cash go towards some
augers?
Guys? Oh yeah,
not to sell them, not to try to stop from selling. I'm just telling you what they're doing.
Yeah, they had a drill. They were using an adaptive for sure.
Yeah,
and you gotta have the new pistol bits have the turbo blade too. It's not flat. The pistol bit 2.0 have turbo bits, so they're fast, man. And you gotta have fresh blades. So these guys will have like 10 pairs with you. They had a spare flight. That everything. I mean, you have to. You gotta drill quick.
I'll tell you one thing. Anybody that had a Strike Master was at such a disadvantage.
I don't know if it's just the Strike Master itself. It's just that the blades. Every time we ran into a Strike Master team, it seems like, I don't know, they're having a hard time. Like, it's just not quick enough, because I guess it's
not quick enough.
Fish is already moving. I mean, if it was less than 2 feet of ice,
and they'd be okay.
You could probably have a hand auger and still be sort of effective. But when you're going through 40 inches, like I didn't have an extension on the E40.
Yeah,
I didn't have it, and it got through. Just got through. So what does that tell you? The ice is at 38, 40 inches or so.
It's thick.
Well, I know I'm not going to go buy a mixer because I have my alphas and my ion. Yeah, and I know my alpha's quick, and if I want to go even quicker, I just switch blades around from one power head to another, and it flies.
Yeah.
You got fresh blades, man. You can get through 40 holes pretty good, and you'll swap again, kind of thing. Burn your drill. You do need a good drill. Those good drills can handle it, like the highest end.
Yeah.
DeWalt, Yeah, getting a DeWalt, Tristan says. Get an ion. Get an ion. They'll listen to these guys. You'll be fine with an ion there, Tristan. I told you I'll hook you guys up there. What's up, Leon? What's going on? But yeah. What else you got there?
I lent my ion out, or my alpha out. I lent that one out. So
yeah.
They were happy with it.
No, you use an ion power head. You're fine, man, on that technique there. You just have to have quick blades. There's a technique to drill in too, sort of. You're not like leaning on it, but you got to be quick. I think Mike timed it. We were watching there. What was it? 9, 10, 11 seconds?
11 seconds. Just under 11 seconds.
Under 11 seconds, yeah. We timed it.
Which is quick, and you got to be quick because...
I'm going to put brand new blades on mine. I'll put new blades on mine. We'll let her go. I know it's quick.
This Bailey and Greg added over here, third place. These guys were my pick, actually, to win it. If anyone was going to win it, to take it over from the favorites, I was picking these guys, actually, because these guys are really good sticks, too. Canuck Outfitters, they guide on the lake. And, yeah, they they told me what happened on day one. They sort of hung out. You hang out. It's all tournament strategy, right? They hung out in an area too long. That they did good in practice. Like when we say good, like you're catching 30s and 29s. Like that's going to be part of your plan now, kind of thing. And in practice, and you start getting places where you're catching multiple 29-inch plus fish, and then that's always the dreaded thing in tournaments. You head up to a spot, and every minute that goes by without hooking into one, you start to get worried, man. We've all faced that. Anyone who does tournaments knows that. There's like your prime spot, your prime plan A, and you get to it and it's not happening. And they said that they stuck it out way too long in the spot that was. They were lucky to get a 28.75, they said, out of it. Like lucky, they said, man. Like some things were killing for a master, but they were expecting to get 5 out of that spot and they didn't. And they wasted too much time on day one. They had to go scramble for a bag. And then day 2, they showed it. They caught 5. I think they got 4 or 5 masters on day 2, was it? It's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, right? That's the problem with pre-fishing so many days in a row. You get locked into a spot because they're there,
it's hard too, right? It's hard to leave.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're still seeing fish, but they're not biting, it's hard to like.
Like the Hebert said, they also made a mistake on day 1 because they went into the river.
Yeah.
Teams are still fishing the river, eh? Or them anyway. Yeah, cousins on day 1, you see their fish here at 28 that they caught in the spot, and then they had to go scramble for these mid-20s. And you got to be a pretty good team, man, if you can go scramble for a bunch of 25s, like that's pretty good for the last couple hours of the day, just to give themselves a shot. And then on day 2, 27, 29, 27, 28, 27, so woulda, coulda, shoulda in tournament fishing for sure. But you said they went into the river. I didn't know people were still fishing the river at this time.
Yeah, they went up into the river a bit. Well, and it's funny because we always talk about the head games that you play with your mind plays with you when you're in tournaments. So look at Sheldon Manager. They had one that dropped in the hole there, remember? He was saying that he dropped one in the hole, a 24, 25 incher. And it just played with his head all day. All day it bugged him.
Yeah. Just mental games, eh?
Yeah, you just kind of got to shake it off and go.
Like,
they
took pictures. They took pictures of that fish already. They took a hero shot, a measurement shot.
Yeah.
And then the fish jumped, flopped over and head first into the hole without getting the release. Like, would have been fine. The release would have been perfect, actually. They just needed to get video of it, and
they just didn't.
Why didn't you just film the video of that flopping, man? You would have been fine.
That's almost when you wish you had a GoPro constantly recording. Go back.
It would have helped. You actually could do it. Yeah. It's hard. Tristan's agreeing there. It's hard to shake things off sometimes. It's gonna happen. So and even the teams that are winning most of the time, they're losing fish too. Like Heberts like Hebert are losing fish. It's just that they're catching way more to make up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it sucks, man. But it's hard. Like you got to make up for the ones that you're losing. But no matter what, you're gonna lose fish. You're gonna bump fish, man.
Like Randy said when we were live with him, he said that the one he had missed one that was 4 broke the line. That's 5. 5 just on Sunday.
Yeah,
they missed. So it happens. It's just you got to get it, blow it out of your mind, and just get on with it.
Tristan didn't drop this fish though. There's a 30 on day 1 there. Nice work there. That's the first 30 on the actual series for Harms and Gaucher there. So beauty fish there on day 1.
Yeah.
She was pretty pumped about that one.
Expecting a few more on Sunday. Didn't happen there, Tristan. It's all good though. It's all fishing though. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
This is the winners of the B-side. These are young guys I mentioned there.
Young guys too, man.
We watched those guys for a little while too. It was crazy. And we said to them, we were live with them, and they said, "Well, don't worry. Once we leave, you'll catch a fish."
And that's what happened.
Like legit, like within 10 minutes after we left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean, you're only filming them for 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Like that to actually happen into that window. It's amazing you guys actually got the fish that you guys got on film. Because you guys got a number of fish on film, kind of thing.
Well, just because we stuck around long enough, we watched them chase them down.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I don't think it's a matter if you guys just step it away. It just happens to be. But this is the best picture I got of these guys because our photographer couldn't even bother to get the guys to look at the camera at least. Fucking Leon or whatever, right? Like some of these pictures go, oh my God. He's going to be like, I didn't see Santos grabbing the camera. Fucking Santos. You should have taken pictures too, man. Anyway, what else?
I was dealing with damn
Oh,
messages. I came in and then shut my phone down. Pissed me
no
off.
sound. We
Break
can't
my
hear
phone.
you.
We had that Petersfield. I mean, all hats off to the Petersfield Motor Hotel for hosting us, and they hosted the scoring headquarters all day. But their Wi-Fi was down all day. Even their cashiers and POS systems was all down. So we had intermittent leaderboards, which made me have to talk even more for the 6 hours there. It's like made it even harder, man, because we had leaderboard only intermittently, guys. You guys didn't know you guys were out on the ice, man. But
yeah,
we could see it. We could see it and
here.
hear you guys talking about it.
we could see it all dropping out and everything. Like they come on for a bit and then just frozen screen. But you like that. You were okay with that problem, bro, because you kept on talking, man.
Oh, I'll just talk if I have to, bro.
Yeah.
Catch a few fish, catch a big ass whitefish, my new personal best. Fucking, that's the beast of the week right there. My vote right off the bat. Mark Booty, Island Beach Outdoors, filling in for Kaden Siwak there on the Chris Kiansky team. Didn't do too bad. I mean, they were in second after day one there, and they were only, and I say only, but they were like 8 pounds behind only after day one.
They're close, yeah.
So they would have a shot. I mean, if Hebert and Unruh got down to like maybe 38, 40 pounds only, and these guys put a 50 of their own, it was there, man. But then at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they were only at 18 pounds. So you can see how it goes. Like, I mean, don't feel bad, Tristan, man, because like Tristan and then Marshall did great the first day and had a tougher second day. These guys crashed too a little bit, but they came back and came to 29 pounds. A little bit comeback at the end of the day, but not what they wanted. But I mean, that's still a good day.
The morning was slow for a lot of people.
Yep.
The morning was slow. They were all getting like those mid-20s. That was it. Low to mid-20s. And then all of a sudden, away they went.
Yeah. And we ran into a lot of teams that said, hey, if it was tough to catch those bigger fish. They'd see some fish come in and just they take right off. They just turn around.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
They're just getting snubbed. Every big fish that would come in on some guys, they were just getting snubbed by them. They just like.
Yeah, but that's the difference now, though, right? Like you guys are mentioning, but that's the difference. You're saying that they snubbed and they go away. But Hebert and Unruh, like they don't take no for an answer, man. They go start drilling holes and following that fish.
They piss that fish off the bite. That's what they're doing.
If you guys are wondering, like, what's the secret of why are they so good? Well, they are good, 100%. And it takes some. You got to be athletic now to actually be at the top of the ranks of this league here. But they were like
holes,
there was no getting snubbed. They would take. I was counting one time it was 13, 14 holes, and we were following them the one time. Even last year, I followed them last year for the championship too for a little bit, both days, and I would count a dozen holes so they'd give up. Give up as in like, okay, that's not going to go. But they would say we'd come back to this guy later. Whatever the hell that means, they're going to come back to
later, eh?
And they would go back there and get it.
You mark right, or whatever, and you come back and see if that fish is sitting there. Like the little bit that I've played around with the forward-facing sonar, these fish do sit like rocks. Like sometimes I go like, that is a rock. It's no rock. Well, that's a rock. I'm going to go drill on top of it. And you see your ice crystals going down. Drop the line on top of that so-called rock, and next thing that rock starts coming vertical. Holy shit, it wasn't a rock kind of thing. So they probably just slouch there too and salt, and they can come back to them. But they go follow fish, man. You guys are telling me they did 25 holes for a fish?
Yeah.
Like, they went far, man.
Like we watched them. We watched them literally start at one end, and they just kept moving the side by side. They kept going with the fish, Next thing you know, remember I said to you, like they're literally going to start almost running into another team that was there. Because one team was coming one way, they were going the other way. They were going to meet in the middle.
And for us to get the live feed, we had to move the truck. Right, Mike had to be close to the truck, so we had to move the truck with him like 3 times that one time. So
and you don't want to take footsteps or nothing, but then all of a sudden, we were with James and Randy, and all of a sudden James says, "Under Mike's feet." Oh, great! So you start walking, I'll back up. So I'm backing up, and he's punching holes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really interesting watching these teams out there. I mean, even the young guys are doing the exact same thing. Like I mean, if they all come in next year, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a really
wild
really
west
neat
out
show.
there, man. It's going to be crazy.
These were some of the B-side fish yesterday. So there were big fish coming in, man. Like, oh my god,
look how thick some of these fish are, man.
Yeah.
Just thick.
These are tournament vets here, Denny Jensen and Brett Namaka. It's like people would be like, okay, catch photo release. This picture, this fish is getting stuck out, man. This is like a 45 incher. That's why you guys are, because this was 31 inches. This one big fish of day 2, the Huntfish MB Big Fish Award, $250. But they can take any picture they want as long as it's all in there. This thing is measured on a board. There's a measurement shot as well, and it's all backed up. You're not just guessing off of this photo kind of thing or their word for it kind of thing. I saw some people crying about Carlos' picture on Doc Talk today, and that fish is being held out so much. Who cares?
Who cares, man? It's
I don't understand these people. Like, do you want a picture of the fish or do you want to look at the prick holding it?
Like who cares? I don't know.
It's all jealousy. That's what it is, man. Like,
trust me, I would rather look at the fish than this face.
I think all of us would agree with that.
Like my whole thing there is, man, like when your former protest could just be, don't give it a like. And that's good right there. I don't see why people
don't say anything,
man.
Why complain, man? Like, do something else.
No, they can go catch their own fish and hold it to their chest all they want and be fantastic, man, and then give them the thumbs up to it. Because when people do that now, they're like, well, that's not a 28. It looks so small. Well, fuck, people told me to hug this thing or whatever. And not, you know what I mean? Might as well put it over your shoulder and go like this then. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's you try to teach people on how to hold fish. You know, you hold that gill plate, just pinch a gill plate and just put your finger right on its poop shoot. Just hold it there.
Right
there it is.
What's wrong with that? But it doesn't matter. Like any shot, I don't give a shit. It's good, man. Who cares? I don't want people to get
just take a photo.
Like, jeez, man. These were all. You guys see the awesome trophies, though, eh?
Oh, they're nice, man.
Peter even did a wicked job.
They look legit.
I think I'm gonna have to get Peter to make one for Lactabani.
That was a lot of hardware that Hubert and Unra took home. It was plaques for the Element Custom Baits tournament, and they had plaques for the Frostbite tournament, and then they got plaques for Team of the Year. They were Team of the Year too. That goes by the 3 qualifying tournaments who had the most points. So they had 299 points out of a possible 300. A first, a second, and a first. Like, holy smokes, man. So, you know, like, there is like I had to give thanks to Pete Weedman, by the way. Pete got a big one too, you know, a little redemption, man. They didn't have a good day one, didn't qualify for the top 10. Came out on the B side there and got a top 10 on the B side.
Nice.
We're very close to it anyway, him and Vern. There's a big one. Nice work. Yep. 29.75. That's Peter Weedman right there, big sponsor of the tour there. Oh, what was I saying? I was saying something.
You're talking about the hardware there. You're taking
hardware and
I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway.
Moving on then, eh?
I had a point. I forgot. Someone.
What did they take total take home for those guys, man?
For the year?
Yeah, bro. How much? How much did you deposit into their accounts?
4, 55, 12. Yeah, like 10. I don't know. See, I lost track. It's like 17,000, something stupid, man. Because they had the Huntfish MB Big Fish Awards. Yeah. So they won the big fish on the first tournament. They won big fish at the third tournament. They won big fish this weekend.
Yeah.
That's another $750. They won big fish of the year. That 32.75 didn't get beat. So that's $1,000 from Huntfish MB. Everything Huntfish MB gave went straight to them. Might as well just avoid the middleman and just gave it straight to them or whatever. So thanks to Travel Manitoba for that. That's 1,000. That's 5,000. 65. $16,500 total.
Just this year.
Just this year. Yeah. They got 10,000 last year too.
Last year too.
So your bank account like has 2 e-transfers that go to Hebert and Unra.
Continually, man. I gotta like change my name.
Should write them off as donations, bro, to those.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Like, okay, so everybody says, well, what can you win? There's, you know, all the entry money goes back plus more.
Yeah.
Like
plus.
People don't get it.
It is plus. It's above. And the sad thing is, not to be a downer. I started the show as a downer, but I'm back again as a downer here. I'm still owed some money. Not cool. I'm not gonna out people yet, but I'm owed.
That's not good.
$450. I'm out right now. Comes out of the pocket. Doesn't matter. We already set once we set what payouts are and stuff like that. Is what it is kind of thing. So we'll get that $450, but we're gonna baseball bats and we're gonna go Italian. Good fellas, Mikey.
I'm in. I could use a frustration release.
Get ready. Get the chunk ready,
my
man.
point a while ago was saying is like there are like some teams, like, and there's some teams who qualified, right? There's some teams who qualified. Marlon and Joaquin qualified with 3 fish yesterday. Scored. They didn't even get a full bag, but they've got their card. And I don't know if we can hang with these guys. And like, it obviously, like, it's not completely like you do got to work hard and you got to be good sticks and stuff to get it. But people getting discouraged to like, how are we going to match that? The formula is already there for you. The formula is you got to chase big fish and go after big fish, man. It's just that is the thing. There's first of all, you got to put yourself in a big fish area. So like there is practice involved. Like a lot of people ask me, man, what's all this practice stuff? Practice. And you were saying that they like practice time ends and all this kind of just people, observers, right? Just curious about it. And people are learning about tournament fishing. Practice like you look at the Lake Winnipeg. You got to narrow this whole thing down to where you want to fish, not just on that day where you're going to throw a dart kind of thing. And sometimes it comes to that, but you want to have a plan. And then once you're around big fish, that's step one. And then now you start working on like there's technique. So like when I was saying that these winning teams always have a line in the water. Like at some point, like it's like if the line's not in the water, they're actively hunting, spot and stock. It's not you can't just sit down and have a sandwich and
here's the thing though.
You know?
Even though you got forward facing sonar, you still need to know what you're looking at.
Yep.
Like if you're gonna go in and sit with a pack of eaters, well, that's all you're gonna get. You need to find those big fish. So you gotta put your time in and go look. Like a lot of people says, oh man, they're like we're always giving them money. Yeah, but look at the way they're working.
And they're out there, right? It's like I know for us, for tournament fishing, we talk about time on the water. They're spending so much time on the ice, and they're using electronics, and they know what to look for.
Well, I had a conversation with some people. Well, I can't remember who it was. And they said, I don't even know if I can keep doing this. Like, this is crazy. They just keep winning. Yeah. But here's the thing. If you want to better yourself, you got to fish against the best. If you want to win, then just go do these little jackpots on the weekend if you want.
Yeah.
You don't get any better fishing against lower anglers. You got to compete against the best. I mean, Christ, I've been doing this for, I don't know, 30 plus fucking years. I haven't won one yet.
But
whatever. I'll just keep going out.
You learn a lot though, right? So
yeah, like I'll just keep going out and just be persistent. Just like Cash says, persistent pays off. You just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And the things that these guys are doing, even on the ice, it's a different sport. But a lot of the stuff does apply to the open water stuff too, like some of these tactics anyway, you know what I mean?
It does.
And some of the mentality that you got to have, it does apply. And if you can start applying that to, like I said, and now you get these next wave of young anglers don't know any different really. So they're almost not leaning on anything else. Like this is sort of how they learned how to, well, if you talk ice fishing, this is how they learned how to ice fish. Yeah. You tell me where to drill this hole. You know what I mean? We've never done that, but we've done like, it's random, right? You make a grid.
Just
even then sometimes it's not a grid. I would do like a circle or this or whatever you feel like doing until you get tired, and then you go fish those holes, you know, and then you go again kind of thing. This
is that social media era. Like, can somebody send me coordinates on where to catch fish? Yeah, it's fucking Safeway on the corner of Pembina and fucking Killarney.
Well, that's a little bit different.
But this is just the way people are thinking. It's that easy, right?
Oh yeah, tell me the pins. And then when we get there, drop your little doohickey into the hole and tell me where to
go.
Tell me where to go, because I know you can see them, like, or whatever, right? And a lot of the anglers, but there was a team that I spoke to that fished this weekend on the A side who borrowed a live scope. They didn't have one of their own, and hats off to them, man. They made it that far without using that, right?
Yeah.
And they borrowed one, and that's the worst. That is the worst thing we could have done. They said that is like, because it's not like you're not going to learn it.
No. Like, it's something totally brand new to you, right?
Yeah. And they ended up putting it back into the truck and just fished it, and they gathered their bag without it again, kind of thing. There is a learning curve and practice involved.
You can't use it in a tournament to try to learn. Forget it.
Like brand new without using it before?
It will mess with your mind. So whatever. Sooner or later you learn. You'll use it.
They learned.
Yeah. But what do you have next, Eric? Because I got that fantasy fishing.
We're still talking. Oh, yeah, fantasy fishing then, man. What you got? You got some winners.
Yeah, so we got the fantasy fishing, and no surprise, Kevin Lowen actually won. We only had three people that actually got all 5 teams in there.
So that was the strat. You had to pick 5 teams out of the 20.
Yeah,
and three people got all 5 in their top 5. Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen here so we can find a winner on this thing here.
1, 2, 3 wouldn't be hard.
Eh?
1, 2, 3 wouldn't be hard. I mean, you'd go Cousins, Hebert, and Hebert. You're doing pretty good right there already, man.
Yeah,
doing that top, like
getting that 5th. Like I know Val, she was she had 4, and they were 1st, 2nd, and 4th, 3rd and 4th. Like she just like it was crazy. So I guess
that never waits.
So Kevin won the last one. Yeah. Luke won the 3rd one. Reggie and TJ were tied on the 2nd one. And I went back. That's what I said to you. I went back in that video. You were probably sleeping when I was trying to figure out who this person was.
Well, I was wondering what you were doing. Like, why did you have to get the name for? I understand.
Well, because I need it to see who wins the grand prize, right?
Oh, there's a grand prize. I didn't even know that. There's a grand prize.
Yeah, well, you had to win to get into here.
But they got a prize just for winning their tournaments, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna just send everything out once everything's done because I'm not gonna send somebody twice.
Can you close the ad on the left, Mike? If you can, we can't give these guys free advertising.
Disney, like as if
Disney needs more. Close ads. I think at the top it says close ads.
Yeah, close the ads.
Yeah, get that.
There you go.
Done.
Okay. All right. So last person standing or first one?
Last person standing works, bro.
Add excitement.
Right. What is the grand prize? What's the grand prize?
I don't know. They're putting a package together for us. Island Beach. Island Beach Custom said they're going to put something together for us. Hey,
it'll be a good package then. It'll be a good package. Shout out to everyone at Island Beach Custom Lures and Island Beach Outfitting. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the support.
I'm clicking on the wrong screen here. Why isn't it working? Okay, let's do this.
Hire a guide and get some tips. Spent yesterday with Dan Kaisik. Learned tons. Dan Kaisik, old guy on the lake, man.
This isn't going to be good if it's going to work. This first guy in, first guy out.
First guy in. Oh, hey, Jason's done. He already got his prize. Good job. He's
yeah.
Peace, Reggie. Reggie fished in the B-side open yesterday.
Nice work, Reggie. Second guy in, second guy out. Like legit.
Is there a pattern here, eh?
Yeah. So TJ was tied with Reggie. Oh my God, Alone's not winning.
Oh.
Sorry, Kevin. So Luke is from the States, and I believe TJ's from here. Next one out is
your runner-up. So your winner is
Luke.
Nice. So Luke Spickler gets the grand prize sponsored by Island Beach Custom Lures. Wherever you are, brother, you could be in Alaska. We'll get it to you.
He's down south because that's one of Hunter's buddies, I think.
Nice. They might not even have Island Beach Customs. So you might be bringing something fresh down there. Good stuff.
So
awesome.
With no tariffs on it.
No tariffs
on it.
Yeah, Tony Sterich, he said he spent yesterday with Dan Kaisik, their Cat Eye outfitter on the lakes, one of a dozen guiding outfits that are on Lake Winnipeg and stuff. Speaking of guides, that was the whole controversy in the bass world. When is there not a controversy in the bass fishing world? The no, you guys touched on it a little bit. The no info rule.
Yeah.
The no info rule. Like, imagine if we had placed a no info rule on our events and stuff like that. You would never be able to enforce that shit.
It'd be impossible.
They'd have to out themselves, man.
Yeah, because it's just, and that's the thing. Like, are some of these guys outing themselves, or are they just outing themselves because somebody already knows? This no info rule is crazy. Like, you can't even talk.
No. And
best thing to happen is you get laryngitis.
Well, the shitty thing, and we're talking like this is for the professional bass fisher, and Bass Elites has that no info rule. Like, you want to talk with like fans, so someone's gonna come up to you or whatever, right? We talk to people all the time too, or whatever. Right? Like, how's it going? You don't know me, I'm John. Oh, yeah, Merrick, nice to meet you, whatever. You know what I caught last week? And you'd have to stop the conversation. This guy's just trying to tell you a story that he caught off his dock, sipping morning coffee, and you have to stop and you go, "Oh, stop! I can't talk fishing with you. Tell me about your kid's football game or something." You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's tough, man.
It's kind of weird, right? Because you want fans to like get to know the guys on the tour. So if the guy's talking to you and then all of a sudden I can't, like, what's the fan gonna think then, man? Like
these guys are at a gas station putting fuel in their boats, and people are coming up, like, and they I can't talk about it, and then the guy's gonna look at you like, "Well, are you a prick or something?"
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Meanwhile, they can't talk about it.
Oh shit, I forgot his name. Brian Latimer. Brian Latimer had a really good post there, and he goes like, because you guys like Gussie was on with Mercer there, and he had very strong feelings about it. Like, it's very easy. Do not talk with people and be done with it, kind of thing. Like, he's on the inside and he knows, because a lot of people, like, that's why I'm talking about Brian Latimer. He had a good post. Like, people need to understand how we got to this no info rule. It didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The old guns, old heads back in the day, and this is before social media. These are all the TV show guys and stuff like that, and all these old Bassmaster Classics. They would, like Tony just said, he hired a guide. They would hire guides on each lake. They would hire guides because they were traveling all around the country to do these tours. And the biggest shortcut is to hire guides just to give you a head start. And they would also have teams. Like these guys would have teams out there fishing. It would just, like, to bring it close to home, you take KBI. So KBI was won by how many times? By the Lindners. Yeah. Do you think the Lindners would come up? They would have teams. I'm talking about teams of 6-7 boats go out. You fish all around Lake of the Woods. And these teams would go, like, and then they come back and report, and you guys are all having beers because you're all on a vacation together, right? Just as no different than us going on a trip. And you shoot the shit around the fire now. Okay, this is what we found. This is what we found. This is what we found. And then, of course, the bosses would get first dibs on the best spots.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah. After 5 days of fishing, man, you're going to know the lake pretty good, especially if you're good anglers. They would get the best spots, and then no surprise, they'd be taking down the wins. There's no different than like our Pine Falls tournaments we talk about every year.
I was going to say that. Yeah, the Americans come up
working in teams. On the National Walleye Tour, it happens right now. They talk about it in the articles that they write after. Cash is talking about writing. I'm doing a bunch of articles on KickerFish.ca, brother, man. The top 10 with their lures, that's coming, bro. That'll be a good one. But anyway, they talk about it in the articles on the teams that they work with. Jake Caffey, like our good friend of ours from North Dakota, talks about the teams that he works with at different lakes. So on the Bassmaster Series, they would have, like, and there still are teams because the anglers are allowed to talk to each other, which is wild. Like, they can still team. Well, the Johnson brothers can still talk to each other, and they even on the water they can talk to each other.
And that's right. I said it's funny that there's a no info rule, but meanwhile, you're sitting there watching, and a competitor can pull up to another competitor and give them tackle,
and they talk. Yeah, I mean, because they just shoot. It's just I think it's really hard to enforce, but I think that there's a reason why it got to that point, because now. When young guns, and we're talking young guns, like this is in the teens, like 2010s and stuff like that, 2015, when a new wave came in. You're talking like your Zaldanes and your Polynux came into the scene. They were starting to take all the money and stuff like that, and they were really good at reading maps and all this stuff. And you got Talons now and all this different technology. No forward-facing sonar at all. And the old heads now were like at a disadvantage or whatever. Like everyone was just trying to like level the playing field. And stuff, and that's where all these rules come into place. And this no info rule came from it's all from all that and trying to have everyone a chance. And now all these things with forward-facing sonar now is all trying to keep the old heads like fair with the new people coming in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the old heads can't adapt just yet. And they're having to. They're having to now, and they are because they're getting their ass kicked.
Well, they have no choice.
But and that's like random.
No, like that.
Lie detector test. Yeah.
The most level-headed anglers out there, they just kind of keep to themselves, I guess. That's all they can do. Because I know you have a lot of the rookies from last year. 5 of them, they actually room together all the time.
Yeah, it's just cool.
So,
I mean, all this drama and everyone's got an opinion on everything that's happening in the pro world. It's cool. Like if you just go back to the whole history of it, man. I could talk for 5 hours on the whole.
But I think like Rick Lund probably said it the best last year. You know, he says, "Yeah, I'm old, but this is technology. You need to learn if you want to stay competitive with these guys.
Gotta adapt."
So
then he retired. and that was that. But he's
That's
old,
it.
bro. Like he's an old
Correct.
guy.
Yeah.
To be competing in his 70s, that's insane.
Because like they were saying, like when I was talking about the young guns coming in, old heads would go around and they show up like sort of like that week. But then you get the young guys who are like dedicating their life to it. Like and they would be
all the time.
practicing for 3 weeks before a tournament starts. And if you're practicing a place for 3 weeks and you're a half decent angler, you're gonna pattern something and you're gonna get on, and they would start taking the money. So then the old heads would go, well, shit, I'm not gonna spend 3 weeks in a place practicing to win this tournament. I'll take the shortcut. And they started to, it's all kinds of stuff, man. It's really, really cool. Anyway, that could be a topic for another time here. We do got to get to Beast of the Week. I didn't make no slides. I did have a couple, though. I did have one couple here. Let me play my clip. Hey, and while we're doing this, someone think of a tip.
Think of a tip.
Well, we need our Eskimo tip of the week. We're coming down to the end of the season here. We need our tip. Good buddy Ace Burpee caught a couple. He hits the ice every once in a while there. You want to show these off here. Nice. Almost masters, probably, man. They're not sure. They're not really measuring them. Like a lot of people don't measure their fish, man. It's a good fish. Take a picture, put it back down the hole.
Exactly, man.
Good job to Ace, man. Ace Burpee loves his fish, and he's guided, of course, by the legend, the Hall of Famer, Roger Stearns. Those two guys go fishing all the time together, and still chat with Roger every once in a while.
I seen that shack on the weekend.
Yeah, that's there. You guys know exactly where that is.
We know exactly where they are.
Roger Stearns, if you don't know, is a legend, absolute legend. If you ever see this guy in public, shake his hand, because he's a Central Canada pioneer of all things tournament fishing out here in this part of the world. So
it's good to see him back on the ice. And
it is, man. Again.
Yeah, cool stuff there, man. He's doing his thing, nice and quiet and stuff, man. But good job, Ace, and good job, Roger, on the Beast of the Week. We got a few more here. Susan, of course, their yearly trip. Look at that fish. I'm gonna zoom this in over here, but good job, Susan.
I think she went out with Bruin Outfitting.
Nice. That
thick, eh?
That thing's big, man.
Yeah, look at that.
Tyler Bell, congratulations. 35 inches, man. That's a new personal best steelhead for Tyler.
Woo!
And that's saying a lot because he catches a shit ton of these things.
Yes.
It's a good job to him.
He does catch a pile of fish.
Of course, his daughter, like that's great, man, to see her first ever trout too. Like to have water awesome, like that in your backyard, man. It's just that'd be killer, man. It's almost sucker time too, actually. In a few weeks, we'll be in the ditches.
And he catches like multiple species, man, like just from shore, and they're like muskies, and it must be nice, eh? Just to walk up and just.
No, yeah, it depends where you are, man.
Yeah.
Brenna Tough, look at this, man, 44-inch. Northern. This is northern season right now. Keep going. And now the season doesn't even close. You just got to go for
a nice fish.
As long as there's safe ice, you can do it.
Yeah.
On the board, no lie. 44 on the dot. Nice work, Brenna. Good job there, Brenna. Tough.
Nice fish, man.
What else we got? Kevin Lowen. It's not a son. Not a son this time.
It's Kevin this time.
He got his own fish this time, eh?
Nice work, brother. Nice. You guys already have your shack off the ice? Are you guys off the ice now, or is it still there? Curious to know. He'll tell us, brother. Roger, yeah, man. Tip of the week: don't bring bananas ice fishing.
Oh my God, that's funny.
See, the yellow color, the color yellow, man.
Did you see that? Did you see it on live? I was walking over there first thing in the morning. I look, the back door opens, this banana peel comes out, and I walk over, open the door. What are you doing eating a banana in the snow bear? It's gonna break.
New personal best for Jennifer Andruski. Look at this, man. 31.25.
That's a nice fish.
Nice fish, man.
Look at the cheeks on it. Oh, look at that, man. That's
31.
Those things are like that size of your hand.
That's a meal, bro. And he's got a shirt on too. Does Lowen does? Oh, come on, nice work there, Dakota Lightfoot. He's in Saskatchewan right now. Dakota is. Look at this, man. Nice work on the shoreline pike, man. I'm jealous. Open water, bro. Nice.
I like that picture, man.
Good job, Dakota. Well done. I'll give you a like there, bro. There you go. I like it. There you go. Tristan Harms, 30.25. We talked about it. Well done, Tristan. Good job there on that one there. But no points because you're not using the right auger, so we're gonna no points. We'll get it.
What a hard ass, man.
Look at this, man. See, this one has a in the picture there, so that's good. Way to go, Kiansky.
Bonus, eh? Bonus
Yeah.
point.
This is a practice one here. Good job there, practice, man. And they got into it, man.
Look at that back. Look at that top of the fin there at that pick. That little
This
bump
one?
there, eh? Yeah. Look at the end.
Are you talking about the tail?
Tail, yeah.
That's called the tail. The fin is on the top. The tail is at the
Yes.
back.
Sorry.
The lips
Yeah,
are
that's
at the
something
front.
You get all kinds. You'll be able to tell that fish apart from everything else.
You
at
will,
least,
yeah.
man. You needed that thing over here on the end, give you more length.
Yeah, that's right.
We're doing length tournaments. Alex Robinson, nice work, 26.5. Well done, man. I love it when they come in and smash it. None of
Look
this
at that
rinky
belly of
dinky
that thing,
trying to
man.
coax them and stuff,
Yeah,
man. Just
come in and
Just smash it. Just hit it already, man.
Cash has been hammering the perch. Good times. The perch are always a good time, but a nice work on that one there.
Yeah.
It's only 5 stripes though, so that's a shitty fish right there. Carberry out in the west, man. Nice work there, Rodney.
He's been pounding on the plate.
Nice. I think that's
you know.
we're getting into next week's or last week's already, so
Yeah.
I think that's everything. Yeah, John Nealings though. By the way, John Nealings, well done, man. He got into a little bit of mishap there during one of our tournaments, actually, man. But he's back on the ice now, so good to see him back out there. Good job, John. Well done, man. 30 inches.
Good.
Welcome back to the ice, bro. Morgan was out there hammering the smallies. Oh my God! Don't tell anybody where you were, bro. With a bonus 24. Don't tell anybody. You know me and targeting smallies in the wintertime, how I feel about that there. But, Melissa, well done. And if no one knows what WTF is, that's the what the F lure that she uses for the last how many years now.
You're not gonna swear now. You did like 15.
No, I said I pick and choose where I'm swearing. We're at Beast of the Week right now. Kids watch Beast of the Week. So I have to edit these clips and put them out, so Rick, I can't swear. Beginning of the show is whatever. Big shout out to Bush again. That's awesome for sponsoring there. Island Beach did the fantasy.
Yeah.
And then oh my God, this is the shack from hell. This one here. This is a straight from the depths of hell here in the fire pit. But nice work there on Mark's wife, getting a big one herself too.
Yeah, and I think that was it because that was one of last week's beasts.
That's one of last week's, yeah.
All right. So who's our beast of the week here?
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Nealings because he had a rough start to the season, and then towards the end to get a 30-incher.
Nice.
John Nealings, eh? Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that story, bro. I'm good with that story.
There you go.
It's nice, man, to finally get back out again.
But what about this one though? You gotta consider this.
No, hey, the tail's
Look, the tail's cut off, bro.
Bad picture,
No good.
bro.
Who's
took
fault
that
is that?
picture?
That's just the PowerPoint. The actual photo.
Let's see the actual photo.
Nah, whatever. You guys suck.
Who took that bad? That's a bad picture. Here,
Leon. That was Leon.
Here, this one. What is this fish?
Tough room tank. It's what's it called? Buffalo.
No,
Nice.
it is a buffalo, but it has a different name.
What?
You tell me.
What?
What are you talking about? That's a buffalo sucker, bro.
Look at it.
4 eyes? I don't know.
No, it doesn't have 4 eyes.
What are you trying to?
No, that jacket you got from the guy
Yeah.
at the bar. We'll give that jacket away if somebody can give us the correct name for this fish.
Like the species name?
The correct name for that species fish.
All right, someone will have it. Yeah, I'm sure. Nash would know for sure. If Nash was away,
Nash would know.
you would know probably what the name of this freaking.
scientific name for
Eric
it?
has got a jacket that was donated from Petersfield Bar.
I have it here. Yeah, it's a freezer jacket.
And we'll
but
give it to the winner.
Done. It's a sweet jacket. Big mouth buffalo.
Big
That's
head
what
buffalo.
it is.
Who said that big mouth buffalo? Murray
Piotrowski.
Hoy gets the jacket. It's a big mouth buffalo.
Oh, Carry On was first. Carry On was first.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Just like
Oh,
that.
Mike
eh?
wanted the big mouth part.
The big mouth. Yeah.
Sheep, not sheep's head. It's a big mouth
Sheep's head.
buffalo.
Yeah, but
Anyone
you know
who
the
does
difference
master
is between
angling
the big mouth and just a regular buffalo?
Oh, there's a difference? I didn't know.
Yeah.
What?
The lips. The lips are on the front of its face. On the buffalo, it's on the bottom.
Bottom.
So big mouth is at the front.
Interesting.
Is that
Because
the
I've
tip of
always-
the week?
I was
No,
running
but-
master angler for a while there, and I always got questions of why the buffalo was part of the sucker part, and he asked the biologist, and the buffalo is a sucker. So it's always part of, like, it should have been its own category, because this is not the same as a sucker, right? Like, but it was always part of that family there.
This one's like, you know, the carp family, this one.
Interesting.
It was this one was caught up at, I think, around Pine Falls or something like that. Power View, somewhere in there.
How'd you get on this kick? Like, it's just random? Like, how did you get this picture? I don't understand.
Daryl, couldn't you tell by the 500 freaking comments he sent?
Oh,
show the fish, show the fish, show the
Can
fish.
I answer?
You know what he was talking about? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Thanks, Daryl, for sending that in, though. It was good.
Before we leave you all, we need a tip, bro. So watching how these guys fish, man, and how they
we are at the end of the season, and I showed you that video of that crack. We actually had to pull one of the competitors. Their front tires were in that crack.
Yeah.
It's time to start carrying those planks in your truck.
That's your tip. Carrying the planks.
Get them planks, man, because you're going to need them coming up here. It's going to be even the axis was starting to get pretty bad.
Yeah.
Remember that one year where we actually had to guide people?
Yeah.
We had to guide people off.
And that crack, we were there the day before, and it was like just nothing.
Oh, the far one. The far one?
Yeah, then like obviously the day after, it's, what do you think, like 8-inch, 10-inch, like,
hey,
right?
Santos didn't even see the freaking crack.
I would have just got over, bro.
I'm yelling at him. I'm yelling, step on the throttle. Don't you fucking stop. Go.
You gotta.
And he gets the process. Says, okay, now you can stop so we can help these guys out.
Keep your eyes peeled out there on the ice, man. I'm telling you, man. All this top layer stuff is going to melt off in the next few days. Anyone who's still fishing, we can fish for a long time still here. All of our American friends watching, man, we can fish for walleye till April 6th.
April 6th, baby.
So, like, as long as there's still ice out there, man, you're going to see people out there. Be careful. All that top stuff's going to come off soon, so you'll be able to see things. But just be careful out there, man. There's cracks all over the place, man.
There is, man.
Yeah, just be prepared. That, you know, like, if we can give you a tip of the week, just be prepared. I mean, we can give you as many tips about fishing, but being prepared for anything that's the hard part.
Yeah, they'll be like my brother and his buddy that went out yesterday.
2 trucks, no fucking strap.
No strap, nothing, man. No hit.
What's the matter with you guys?
How do you get stuck out there? I was on autopilot. Legit. I drove for 3 kilometers like this. And wherever the truck wants to go, it goes. And you just drive. I did it. I swear to God. And we just go. And wherever it stops, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what it was? That was the fish gods telling him to stop there because they caught fish.
And they did, though. They caught some big fish.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, playing some music here now. We're going.
Hey, and happy birthday, Rick Gergatz.
Oh,
happy birthday, Rick.
We won't say his age, but he's an awesome guy there. Good job
man.
all the work he's doing. The season's winding down, but that's making a big report. He deserves some recognition there. Sure. A big shout out to everybody who watched Icebreaker Elite Series, everyone who got their pass. We'll talk more about that. Whoever got their pass for next year, look forward to seeing that season. Get that schedule out right away. Other than that, peace out. We'll see you all next week. So submit those beasts of the weeks. Be safe out there. Your daughter's 18th birthday. Happy birthday to your daughter,
Happy
bro.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Time goes by so fast, man. 18 already. Next Monday, where are we at?
We are
at God's
Shack, man.
We're on the ice next Monday.
So if you want to join us, come and join us.
We'll have a post on. Join us on the ice next Monday. We're going to be fishing all afternoon and well into the evening there. We're going to go live from Chris Collins. It'll be a good time. So then, be safe. We'll see you
And
all.
Hutch, man, sorry for giving you the gears yesterday.
All right.